Wow, what a death blow. Oh, let's talk about it right now. Barry on deck, my mic is over there. I forgot to get it.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat, written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, I know you didn't hear the goddamn intro because I forgot to pull my microphone over, and let's be real, that's typical. Hey, welcome to the show. Today is Wednesday, January 20th, 2020. This is episode number 170, shit, I don't even know, of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys. Ooh, like a little bubble of spit came through my tooth there. Thank you guys for being here. That was the funniest shit ever. I went to start talking. I was like, uh-oh, my mic is over there. And it's too late because now the camera is live and the mic is not here. By the way, special treat today. Look who joined us. Huh? Oliver. Hey, Bubba. Yeah, he's hanging out today. Pretty cool little treat there, bud. What are you doing? He's like listening to you scream, you raggedy bitch. Good times ahead. Well, I mean, outside of the George Springer news, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about Super Bowl matchups. Not a lot of sports today. I'm sportsed out from the week already. So, fun times ahead, but not a ton of sports. If that's okay with you, it's going to have to be because you don't get a choice. Hey, let's get to the chat real quick, shall we? My guy, look at Truck and Taco, the best deckhead ever for the day right now. It just 2 hours. 2 hours, and also, I mean, congrats, Truck and Taco. Thank you for being the first into the chat. But I'm sorry that Jimmy John cock-blocked the shit out of you. Jimmy John sent a $2 super chat right off the rip to block the Triple Crown for Truck and Taco, who then sent a $10 super chat but was fucking denied. I feel like there's got to be an exception. If you send a $10 super chat for your Triple Crown, I'll just give you the Triple Crown anyways. You can, I mean, I guess it doesn't officially count. It's like an asterisk Triple Crown, but fuck it. You're the Triple Crown winner in my heart, Truck and Taco. Jimmy John's a dick for blocking it with the $2 super chat. But thank you both for your generosity. I very much appreciate it, man. Rest of the chat is looking like this. Leggo. Richard Vale's in the building. Marvin Wingfield is here. KD, look at KD showing up with Ayolos Gaming. He's on a different channel this time. I'm here for it. Chris Reyes in the building. Truck driver Pookie is here. I see KD now. He's like, dadgummit, wrong goddamn account. Hey, fuck him. Do it. Alan Denson is in the building. I mentioned Jimmy John. CC. She said Jimmy John with the cock block. What up, you Dexy mofos? Uriel Villanueva is here. John Dory is here. Jesus Perez in the building. Richard Vales. Rudolph Rodriguez with the sanitized wash hands. He forgot the social distance, so he redid it, and I'm all right with that. Francisco said hi from High, Texas. I get it. D-Mata, what up? He said, congratulations on Biden becoming the 46th president of the United States. I didn't think we'd get there, but we got there. We'll talk a little bit about it. Hey, Eric Racinez is here. PK is in the building. What up, girl? Incarnate01 is here. Awake Reaper. Who else? BZH420. Okay. I'm slow on the draw. G-Man, Sylvia, I see you. Alex Villanueva. Hello, Sid. Who else? I'm trying to scroll quickly. Justin Kelm. Okay. Tony Garza. I watched your shitty ass aim at air last night on Warzone. Give me a shout out. No. I refuse to give you a shout out, Tony Garza. Last night's Warzone was fun. The most fun for me was watching the train that everybody ran on House. Let me explain. They didn't all run a sex train. It was a hype train on Twitch, which is, I don't even know what the hell it is. Apparently, I didn't even know, but apparently during the Reese's Challenge, there was a hype train and it was fun. But to see everybody subscribing, like Eric Resendez went nuts, Hugh went nuts, and the bits and it was awesome. No, the car blowing up was not great. I was so goddamn angry right at that moment because I was serious about playing. I want to play good on my Twitch stream. It's supposed to be fun, but I want to be a good player. But if I got assholes like House getting me killed on my Twitch stream, it fucks it all up. Pissed me off. Let's just say that. What? I don't know what's going on with this microphone. I tell you what, this is going to be the death of me. And I always forget to like figure it out between shows. It's not until I get on the show where I'm like, fuck this microphone. Anyways, it was cool to see the hype train on House's Twitch TV, on House's Twitch channel. It was pretty dope. So we got to keep that going, deckheads. Support your own. Keep them going. Okay. Lots to get to. Lots to talk. Well, let's say lots. No, I got blown up by a hand grenade in the gulag, and it wasn't even close. Okay, listen, I'm not great at the goddamn game, all right? Okay? Hi, Donna. How are you, sweetie? We're just getting started here. I feel like there's a shadow. Is there a bad shadow right here? It might be because of this thing is too bright. I don't know. I feel like there's a shadow. Hold on. Let me turn this light up. What up, Jen? Oliver. Hey, bub. Is that better? Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, that was too bright. That was too bright. You good, buddy? Huh? All right. Well, fuck you too, then. Oliver's not having it today. He's like, why am I trapped in here with this screaming son of a bitch? All right, let's get to the sports headlines. Oh, actually, my bad. I always do this. I'm always fucking this up. Uh-oh. What happened to my read? I had a Hemp Vita read, and I can't find the damn thing. It's gone. I got to do that today. I forgot to do one this week. Shame on me. So you're going to get 3 back-to-back-to-back. Usually it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but we're going to go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, I'll find it. I'll find it at the break. It's over there in the corner. I'll go get it. All right. Several things to discuss today. Let me pull up my... I'm so discombobulated. Going through some shit. As you guys know, from time to time, when the deckheads reach out and say, hey, bro, I'm struggling right now. I could use some positive vibes and thoughts or what have you. I let you guys know. So, Alex Villanueva is going through some shit. And so I need you guys to give Alex some positive vibes and some love and some prayers if you pray, or just some mental support and maybe a quick shout out in the chat, because he is one of us and he is going through some shit and we support our deckhead family. So, positive vibes headed your way, Alex Villanueva, from me and the rest of the deckhead crew for sure. I'm still upset that this overlay doesn't work. It should be showing you guys. Yeah, see, it's not showing Jeff Bell with the latest super chat. The shit's still not working. Jeff Bell, thank you for the super chat. Speaking of, very much appreciated, my friend. Always, and you don't have to write down a triple crown today, because Jimmy John's a dick face. Oh my God, that was outstanding. Truck and Taco was so pissed. Also, it is Whisker Wednesday, and we're going to get to that in just a second, but I have a really cool announcement. Actually, I have 2 cool announcements about the show. One of them I made last night on the show, or on my Twitch stream. By the way, if you're not streaming with me or hanging out with us on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, you miss a lot of fun. So if you're just sitting around on a Tuesday with nothing to do, head on over to twitch.tv/Barry is Funny. Everywhere on social media that you're looking for me, just Barry is Funny if you're trying to find me, okay? But you get over there, and boy, we had a good time last night. They really enjoyed watching me get my ass whooped. But it is a lot of fun. We talk a lot of shit. We get angry. We take it way too serious. Well, some of us do. Some of us don't. House. KD gets serious. House gets mad too sometimes. We all do. It's going to happen. But it is a lot of fun, and I think the folks that watch it enjoy fucking with us as well. So come hang out with us. I stream, House streams, KD streams, PK streams. There's a lot of deckheads that are streamers on Twitch, so I encourage you to seek them out and find them and follow them and watch them because it is a good time, and we do have a lot of fun after hours as well. What up, Ray? What up, Playboy? So go find them. So I wanted to announce, I announced it last night on the stream while I was playing video games, but I got some cool confirmations today. I've been trying to set up basically a weekly hit is what the term is in the biz. And I got my first one set up, and I think you guys are going to like it. So now I'm happy to announce. Oh, who had it labeled? This guy. I'm happy to announce. I wasn't ready yet. I'm happy to announce that joining me every Friday at 2:30 live on this show, Jerome Solomon from the Houston Chronicle. That's right. Every Friday at 2:30, my dude, my guy, Jerome Solomon is going to be right here on Barry on Deck for 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to talk about the news of the week, whatever's hot. And then, of course, we'll probably shoot the shit and, talk shit to each other. And it's going to be a good time. So look forward to that every single Friday at 2:30, unless he's busy or big leagues me or whatever. Yeah. Lamb! He did not enjoy that at all. You didn't like that, did you, bub? I bet if I opened that door, that sumbitch would run. Wow, Wallace. Inappropriate. Very inappropriate. What up, Frank? Yeah, if he remembers. Oh, don't worry. I'll be texting the shit out of him to remind him to join me every Friday at 2:30. Now, I'm also working on a Monday at 2:30 guest and a Wednesday at 2:30 guest. I would like to have it set up that way so that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 2:30 to 2:45, I bring in a quick little guest to talk specific topics, and that will be dope. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. But I'm really excited about that because Jerome is so flexible. I've got some really cool guests lined up. I'm going to have somebody special, hopefully. We haven't completely nailed it down. I'm told she's in, but I haven't talked to her yet. But on Friday, I will have, hopefully, somebody associated with the UFC joining me on the show to talk about the big card coming up this weekend, which is featuring Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. So hopefully that happens, and that'll be cool. And then I'm working on one more really cool local. If you're watching this in Minnesota, Rach, or if you're out in, somewhere else, we have Kentucky people and one guy from England. I don't know if he still watches. He probably gave up a long time ago. But I'll say this. You guys, I've been trying to get this guy on this show for a very long time, and I have confirmation from his people that it's going to happen. So I'm super excited about it. I don't want to spill the beans yet. Once I get it confirmed and lined up, we'll do that. But we're making progress. Oh, wow. I just don't understand this guy. I swear, I'm so close to just telling D-Mock off and never come back to this show. Could you please be a little positive, D-Motta, you fucking dick face? I'm hoping, Joel. We're working on it, buddy. Takes a little time. Wow, guests with people is big time. What? Oh, yeah. I was like, what does that mean? Okay, here's your Whisker Wednesday for the day. First one. Now, all of this, by the way, all of the Whisker Wednesdays, nope, not that one. Brought to you by Special Pals. Special Pals open Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. Let me take that off so you can see it. Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. for adoptions. All dogs and cats adopted from Special Pals come fully vaccinated, microchipped, spayed, or neutered, and they're up to date on their flea and heartworm prevention medications. All you got to do, go to specialpals.org, specialpals.org. You can check out all of the adoptable animals and learn more about Special Pals and how you can help Special Pals. So it is Wednesday. It's Whisker Wednesday. And so I've got two more lovely animals to feature for you from Special Pals, courtesy of Penguin Katie. Here's Halo. Look at Halo. Hey, Oliver, what do you think? You like Halo? Okay. I guess not. Halo's 11 years old, a gorgeous black cat who was abandoned overnight in a crate at the shelter gate. Kind of shitty there. She's incredibly relaxed despite her new situation and the circumstances. She's also declawed and is ready to go home to her forever home. So get out there. Guys, I feel so bad for cats and dogs that are 11 years old, 10 years old. It's like everybody wants a puppy. Everybody forgets about the older cats. And I'm telling you right now, if you're trying to, if you want to test drive a cat, get an 11-year-old cat that's been declawed, and you can see just how chill and cool cats are. So I would highly encourage you, hit up Special Pals, go to specialpals.org. Remember, when Halo goes home with you, vaccinated, microchipped, all that taken care of. So specialpals.org if you're interested in adopting Halo. And maybe it's not Halo you want. Maybe you're looking for a puppy. Look at Pearl. Look at Pearl. She's a good dog. Pearl's a 4-year-old sweetie who came from a hoarding situation. Ugh, that's terrible. Poor dog. I wonder if they were hoarding dogs or bows. And maybe they were just hoarding yellow bows. I don't know. She's a smaller terrier mix, fully grown at 13 pounds. Very shy and nervous. Over time, does warm up and seek attention. Patience and routine will go far for her new home. That is Pearl. I swear she looks like a Pearl. She actually, if you were trying to name a dog what they look like, Pearl is perfect for this one. Looks like a Pearl indeed. Matt Murphy not happy with the declaw thing. Matt, we can discuss. Every cat I've ever owned has been declawed, and I've talked to vets that have said that it's not inhumane, and it doesn't hurt them. So it just depends on who you talk to, Matt. It just depends on who you talk to. But this is Pearl. If you're looking for a sweetie, Pearl needs a home fully grown, so you don't have to worry about her getting any bigger. 4 years old, so she's not too old to not give a shit. Specialpals.org is the location. See all their adoptable animals. Learn how you can help. Get out there and make a difference at Special Pals. And I see some of you not on the declaw train. PK. All the animal lovers are very much anti-declawing. And I talked to a vet, and I was like, look, when we got Oliver declawed, I was like, I don't want to be inhumane. I don't know what the fuck that was. I hit page down, and that was the end of that. So look, I talked to a vet about Oliver before we did it, because I was like, there's people. No, it's not a goddamn film session. I hit the wrong button. So there's never going to be a debate. You might as well, there are controversial topics in the world: abortion, gay marriage, declawing cats. Those three things really, really cause some people to get upset. Look, I'm not going to be ashamed. We had 2 cats. One of them lived to be 21 years old, never stepped a foot outside in his life, suffered no pain, didn't have limp, no injuries. Here's the thing about declawing that my vet told me, and why I made the decision, Nora and I made the decision to have Oliver declawed. They said, it's not cutting off your finger, it's pulling out your fingernails. It's a big difference. He said what they used to do is cut the finger, nip it at the bone, and then the way that they would do it would cause the bone to calcify and basically create these solid, hard little rocks or pebbles at the end of their claws on some of the cats that would have it done. So it would literally be like walking on hard rocks or claws for these cats, and it would be tender and it would hurt. But they don't do that anymore. So it's not the same thing. Ready to get the boot from YouTube. I'm not getting booted from YouTube. So it's not the same thing. It's not the way that they used to do it. It's much more, it's a much easier process for the cats to go through. I would never declaw an outside cat. Now that is, you're not giving those cats a fighting chance, literally. That is a cat's defense mechanism. Their back claws, their front claws, and their teeth. But all of our cats are 100% indoor cats. They never go outside. So, yeah, we have them declawed. It's either that or fuck these cats. They're not going to tear up my goddamn furniture. So what would you rather me have? Would you rather this raggedy bitch be homeless? Quite honestly, I don't give a fuck if y'all judge me. I'll be real honest with you. If I had 1,000 cats, we'd be 10,000 cat toenails short in this fucking house. Every cat I'll ever have will be declawed. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. All right, let's get through the sports headlines of the day. That's all the show stuff. Oh, I got to remind you, I so forget to do this, but listen, if you wanna support the show, go to patreon.com/Barry on Deck. Patreon.com/Barry on Deck. You can sign up, you can support the show, and it's a way to support and make sure that this show continues. I'll be honest with you, the bulk of the proceeds of this show comes through Patreon. I mean, yes, we have sponsors, but you would be surprised at how unlucrative that is right now. Hopefully that changes in the future. But right now, this show is supported by you, the Patreon members. So all you got to do is go to patreon.com/Barry on Deck. You can sign up. There are two different tiers. There's the big deckhead tier and the huge deckhead tier. The big deckhead here, I folded the official deckhead tier into tier number 2. So now it's all just bigger, huge deckheads. And you see the stuff that you get in the $2 tier is included in the $5. Excuse me, if you sign up for the $10 tier, you get all that. Plus, you get a semi-annual swag and or gifts, including, let me switch over here, including this little fancy beanie here. So, this is the beanies that I'm making to send out to all the Patreon members that have been huge deckheads for at least 6 months at the time I'm sending these out. So, plenty of reasons to support the show. Maybe you like it. Maybe you like the swag and the gifts that go with it. Just hop on to patreon.com/Barry on Deck, sign up, and you are supporting me as an independent artist, aka out of work, and you're supporting the show. And it is very much appreciated. I hope you know that. All right, let's get to the sports headlines of the day. Phillip Rivers has called it quits. Phillip Rivers has called it quits. He has announced he is retiring. Let the debate begin. Is he Hall of Famer? Is he elite? Is he great? Is he this? Is he that? All I know is he put up numbers, but he never won. He put up numbers. He never won. So, I say he makes the Hall of Fame. But I mean, this is the passing era, but Phillip Rivers will be a Hall of Famer. Sources are saying that Antonio Brown's knee MRI shows no serious injury. So that is good news for the Bucs. Sources also saying Patrick Mahomes has cleared the most important steps in getting out of the concussion protocol, but he still is in the concussion protocol. And I got to be honest with you, I'm a little confused about what's going on with Patrick Mahomes and this concussion protocol thing, because on the one hand, they said it wasn't a concussion, but he was still going through the protocol. And I'm like, well, if it wasn't a concussion, why is he in the protocol? They said it was a nerve issue that was causing him to look woozy and act that way. But then he's in the concussion protocol. But they said he passed the concussion protocol that day. I'm confused. I don't know if there's a cover up or confusion or what's going on. So I don't know what's happening. But apparently it's not 100% that he's going to play, but it's looking good. So take that for what it's worth. Karl Malone said Zion Williamson needs to lose weight. Well, hello, pot, meet kettle. How are you today? Oh, I'm good. Just over here being fat and fat shaming people. Let's be real, y'all. Karl Malone played heavy. He was the mailman, but he was at times a tubby mailman. I mean, not fat. He wasn't Barkley fat. He was big though. But I think, If this was my fat ass telling Zion Williamson to lose weight, then it would be pretty ridiculous. But what we are talking about is an athlete like Karl Malone, who I guess has the right to say what he says about Zion. I don't know. It does seem kind of judgy, but at the same time, if it was somebody else making those statements or points, that'd be different. Karl Malone is a pervert. Weird shit. Google Karl Malone's issues. Some weird shit going on. That is for sure. Back to the sports headlines. Sarah Thomas will be the first female official at the Super Bowl, and I'm here for it. They said she's done an outstanding job with her duties as an official in the NFL. And because of that, she has earned the right to be on the squad with the NFL. Now, look, a lot of us look at this and say, oh, is this just the NFL trying to appear woke? Is this just them trying to listen? In fact, when I saw the article for this, I saw a comment where somebody was like, man, this is just the NFL being woke. That's all. They're just trying to say, look at us. We include women. What's the fucking problem with that? What's the problem with somebody trying to make up for lost time, trying to right a wrong, trying to say, look, we have an opportunity to do something to advance this further. What's the big deal? And Matt Poche said it right. She is a good official. She's not a referee, but she's an official. And she is a good official. And I think one day she will be a referee. And I'm okay with this is the NFL just saying, hey, we're woke. Because you know what? That's how opportunities get made. It doesn't matter how or why they did it, unless there was, some evil behind it. But if it was just, well, we want to appear like we're inclusive and woke, well, okay, because what it did is it gave a female an opportunity to be an official in a Super Bowl game. I don't, some people are like, they're not doing it because she's good. They're doing it because she's a woman. Well, those people are ignorant. But even if they are doing it just because she's a woman and to appear woke, so what? That's how progress gets made. Taking those bricks out of the wall and slowly tearing it down, however it happens, as long as it happens, I'm here for it. So good for her. Happy for her. She does do a great job, Walt. You are 100% correct. And I'm glad. I'm glad the NFL is doing this stuff. The NFL seems like they were behind in many aspects when it came to this stuff. Sports in general. I won't say the NBA as much. The NBA was the first to have female officials. The NBA has been the first to do a lot. I feel like the NBA has been more progressive than the other big three sports, baseball and football. But I think football now is like, ooh, boy. It's interesting when you think about it. Money talks. And a lot of these corporations that are owned by millionaires and billionaires still have shareholders to answer to. And if they're supporting politicians, if they're supporting businesses that aren't treating people fairly, and that becomes an issue, then those businesses pull their money in support because they know that it could affect their sales, which affects their shares, which affects their stockholders, which affects the big boys' ability to earn money. So in a way, it's this weird check and balance. Like if the NFL just printed their own money and didn't have to worry about sponsorships, we wouldn't see this kind of progress. And the same is true. The same is true in politics now. For as much as we all bitch about PACs and special interests, there's a lot of talk right now that there is some change happening within the Republican Party because businesses are distancing themselves from what happened with Donald Trump, and that is causing Republicans to do the same. So if you're a moderate like me who's like, man, I wish that they would give me a reason to vote Republican, please do that. I would happily do that if I felt like that candidate on the Republican side was better than that candidate on the Democratic side. But you got to give me a reason to do it. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I don't care. I've said in the last 12 to 18 months, I have felt like the Republican Party lost a lot of its compassion. But now, with the insurrection and the storming the Capitol, businesses are like, nope, too far. So now you got guys like Mitch McConnell that are like, nope, I'm not involved with that. You ain't fucking up my money. And that's what's going on in the NFL. Is that the NFL is like, look, we have got to take a stand. We have got to start to make some of these changes so that our corporate sponsors are happy with how we're proceeding as an organization as a whole. So it doesn't matter why. It just matters that it's happening. Just keep that in mind. Robert said they're on a point system. Yeah, which means she did a really good job. And I think one day she will be an NFL official, which I think will be great too. All right, those are your sports headlines for the day. Now, let's talk about. I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm happy. I never have to listen to somebody else Springer Dinger ever again. Oh, yeah. It's so great. Oh, fuck that phrase. God, I hate it. Oh my God. I'm so happy I never have to fucking hear Springer Dinger ever again. Get the fuck out! No, I'm devastated that George Springer is no longer a Houston Astro. I really am. It sucks because you talk about that's pretty good acting. I actually made myself cry on cue. I mean, I don't want to brag. Look, it sucks that George Springer is no longer a Houston Astro. When you talk about the heart and soul of a team, the spark plug, the oil for the engine, the grease that makes the gears turn, all those catchphrases that people like to say, whatever phrase you want to associate with George Springer. And yes, I know that they still have Jose Altuve. And yes, I know Carlos Correa was the catalyst last year for everything. But George Springer is legitimately in the clubhouse, on the field, in the media, yada, yada, yada. At every single point for this organization, George Springer makes this thing go. Well, he did, but he no longer does. George Springer, if you didn't hear, if you live under a rock, signed a 6-year, $150 million deal with Toronto. What the Astros just lost, they just lost 135-100. In other words, they just lost a guy that's going to score runs, drive in 100 runs, and hit 35 home runs. Don't worry about the average. 270 is not bad because this is a different kind of baseball now. Yeah, no, that's his. If you look, it's 162 game average. What you're seeing on your screen, Titan Hugo, I knew this was going to come up. If you look below the word career, this is 162 game average. In other words, if George Springer played 162 games a season, this is what he would average. He would average 35 home runs, 93 RBIs, and 116 runs. So you just gave away a 135-100 guy. This is not his career numbers total. This is what he averaged over 162 game season for his 7 seasons in Houston. Look, you can do like, oh, this is his totals, but that doesn't mean shit because some seasons he only played 70. But had he played 162, this tells you the average of what his numbers would have been. Look, it's a whole thing, but this is a way to figure out what would a guy produce at the plate for a full season each season. And this is his numbers. This is what he would average. So he's now a Toronto Blue Jay. And you kind of knew that this was going to start falling apart for the Houston Astros. It's not going to last forever. You hate to see that it's George Springer, and I'll be honest with you. People say, well, you can't keep everybody. But I think, who do you think was more expendable within this Astros organization? Well, you don't have a guy that can play second base, so Altuve stays. Plus, Altuve reached J.J. Watt, Olajuwon, Earl Campbell level in this city. So it wasn't going to be Altuve. You got Jordan and the guys in left and right, and that's all. We'll talk about Brantley here in a second. I think, to me, the one position that you had a surplus of excellent talent, shortstop. You could have easily lost Correa and moved Alex Bregman to shortstop and found a third baseman to fill that role. You could have moved Yuli back to third and just make Jordan learn how to play first base. That was a possibility. You could have left Alex Bregman at third and replaced him with Francisco Lindor from the Indians at shortstop if you wanted to move Carlos Correa because you feared losing him. At the end of the day, what I'm telling you, Astros fans, is the Astros lost the wrong guy. I know, that seems crazy. And I know Springer is older. But he is still one of those guys you don't want to see playing in another uniform, period. I mean, I'm happy that he got a great deal. And let's be real, when you think about it, it's a 6-year, what I say 6 years, $150 million, excuse me. He's going to be making $25 million a year. And what that means is that when he's 31 now, when he's 36, 37 years old, they're still going to be paying the man $25 million. He's not going to be producing at a $25 million a year rate. This is how baseball works. You earn your money and you get it paid after your prime. It's a weird deal in a lot of ways. But the Astros got the best out of George Springer. And yeah, he probably still has, 2 or 3 good years left in him, which is half of the deal maybe. But that other $75 million, you're not going to be getting your money's worth. And I think that's the reason the Astros chose not to pay him the 6-year, $150 million deal. They got $150 million in production out of him over the 7 years that they had him. Look at the numbers for his career over 162 game average. They got $25 million a year out of him. And that's the crazy thing about age in sports. You're not going to get it out of the guys as they're older. I mean, yeah, it's fun to have them around, this, that, and the other. So it sucks to see George Springer go. And I think for the next couple of years, he's going to shine in Toronto. They've got a young team full of young studs, and it's going to be fun to watch him be the old man in the clubhouse, but still probably act the most immature of all of them, because that's the fun of George Springer. But I do think if you wanted to keep him around, there was the opportunity to move a guy like Carlos Correa. You just had that chance. Now, they still have 1 more year of team control, and then he's an unrestricted free agent. And, of course, you're getting Carlos Correa at a great value. And he was the heart and soul of this team last year. There's no denying that. In a weird COVID-ravaged season of baseball, on this team with the cheating scandal and everything else, Carlos Correa stood in front of the media and said, hey, fuck you too, man. We ain't scared of nobody. That's behind us. We're here. Deal with us. And it is exactly what this team needed. It is exactly what this team needed. Last year, Carlos Correa was the perfect person. Jose Altuve wilted a little bit. Let's be real. The face of the franchise, he just could not stand the criticism. But Carlos Correa was like, I don't give a shit, which makes Carlos Correa perfect for New York, right? It makes him perfect for the New York media, which you just feel like at some point Carlos Correa is going to be a Yankee. And don't sleep on him being a Met now with Steve Cohen running things over there and spending money. Because the Mets went after George Springer as well. Unfortunately, they didn't get him. But they went after him. They made a serious run at George Springer. He chose to go to Toronto instead. But I think if you look at this from the perspective of what made the most sense from a baseball perspective, did it make the most sense to pay George Springer 6 years, $150 million? Probably not. Not at least for the back half of that contract, it didn't. But if you wanted to keep him around because you still feel like there's a window of the next 2 years maybe to win a World Series, and then it all falls apart after that. Is it worth the risk and the gamble? Sure, you could trade him later. I think that's the decision you have to make. If it were me personally, and I had to pick, because you can't pay them all, I think at this point in time, I would have chosen to get rid of either Carlos Correa or Alex Bregman and kept George Springer. Because you're probably going to lose Carlos Correa anyways. And then I think you take the run at that over the next 2 years at trying to win a World Series, and then you call it. And then it's fire sale, and then it's rebuild mode. But that's just my opinion. And it does suck to lose George Springer. And there's going to be more that go, you guys. This wasn't going to last forever. Y'all are really going to hate it when Correa goes, or Bregman. It's going to happen. Yep. BZH420 said Yanks have a good young shortstop already and on the cheap too. Oh, trust me. They'd move him. If you offered a trade, they would move him for Correa in a heartbeat. I believe that. Believe that. Believe that. Total Dallas said they're talking about a hybrid DH rule where you can have a DH as long as the pitching starter is in the game. Once you go to the pen, you could lose the DH. Yeah, that is weird. Donna said the Astros have some young talent to bring to the team. They do, but it is not. It is not the kind of talent that was coming up in the past to build this World Series team. There's just not that kind of talent in this farm system anymore. Through trades and, promotion, they have weakened their own farm system. So they do have some young talent. I mean, you've got Yordan Alvarez, who didn't play last year at all. But, man, can the guy stay healthy enough for it to even matter? You got an aging Yuli. Springer wasn't getting any younger. Now there's discussions that Brantley might go to Toronto. Uncle Mike might actually follow George Springer. I think it was it Jeff Passan? One of them reported that maybe it was Ken Rosenthal reported that Michael Brantley signed a deal with the Toronto Blue Jays. And then a slew of people came out and said, no, that's not true. That hasn't happened yet. We're going to find out if it does happen, but you lose Brantley, you lose Reddick, you lose Springer. The Astros legitimately are going to lose their entire outfield. Reddick, think about that. You lost your right fielder in Reddick, which made sense. You didn't want Josh Reddick back. You lost your center fielder now in George Springer. They lost their left fielder in Michael Brantley. So now your outfield, what's it going to look like? Well, you've got Kyle Tucker in right. You could probably have to put Yordan Alvarez in left. You're going to have Miles Straw roaming center field. Great. Defensively, you feel good, but Miles Straw can't hit. Unfortunately. He better learn how to hit. And it's going to take him years like Jake Marisnick, I'm guessing. In fact, I read reports that the Astros were in talks about bringing in the flowing locks of Jake Marisnick again. You've been down that road. Ray said Brantley is already gone. Now I heard that he didn't sign the deal. That the rumors were not true. So let me fire up ESPN real quick and see if there is breaking news to the contrary. But at the time, going live on this show, that they said that the rumor of Brantley being gone was not true. Now, if you're just saying he's not going to be back, he's going somewhere else, that I would agree with. But the deal wasn't official yet that I saw. Yeah, so right here, I'll share my screen real quick for you guys. You can see that it says Toronto Blue Jays don't have free agency deal with Michael Brantley, source says. So they're kind of backtracking a little bit on that. But to your point, Ray, he probably ain't going to be an Astro moving forward. So there is that. Hey, just a quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so. If it would work. It's definitely not working. There it goes. Yeah, click the little subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That would be dope. I just spit Coke all in the air. Got it on my new. Oh, shit. This is why I can't have anything white. Just look at that. Just got Diet Coke right there. Ain't that a bitch? Hey, one other sports thing I wanted to talk about before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show next hour, I wanted to rate, I saw an article rating the best Super Bowl matchups, the ones that you would like to see. I'm curious what you guys, how you would rank them. I switched it up a little bit. The article had this in a little bit different order, but I thought, I think I'd like to see it done a little bit different than what they had. They had Chiefs Bucks at 3, Bills Packers at 2. I kept Bills Bucks at 4 and Chiefs Packers at 1, but I think this is the order of Super Bowl that people would like to see. I feel like John Dabro is a big Buffalo Toronto guy. Yeah, John, I want the Bills. I feel like you're a big Bills fan there, John. You would be in the minority of wanting to see the Bills make the Super Bowl when you consider the 4 teams that are left. Think about this. You got the Bills and Josh Allen, and yes, they're young and exciting. But you've also got the Bucks and Tom Brady. You've got the Packers and Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, and you've got the Chiefs and hopefully a fully healthy and healed Patrick Mahomes. The toe won't be 100% better, but if he passes concussion protocol, Andy Reid said there's no cause for concern of the toe of Patrick Mahomes. So all things equal, everybody being healthy, what matchups would you like to see? And I ranked it this way. I said I'd like to see the Chiefs Packers in the Super Bowl. I think that would be the best. CC said not the Bills because, AJ. Chiefs Bucks I think would be the second best matchup. I would love to see Tom Brady taking on Patrick Mahomes. I think that would be a fun matchup to watch. Although I think Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, I think that's the 2 best teams left. I think that would be the most fun to watch. Bills Packers might be fun. I think Bills Bucks is the most boring. I think the Bills are the least popular team left. I think the Bucks and the Bills is I mean, you could switch 3 and 4. I really wouldn't care, but I think of the 2 Bucks Packers, I obviously think the Packers are the better team. So I'd rather see the Packers in a Super Bowl game just because. But I think Bills Packers would be the 3rd most intriguing matchup, and then obviously Bills Bucks 4th. So, the State Farm Bowl. Oh, there you go. Total Dallas said, I do not want to hear Pac-Man. No Packers, please. Chandler said, I like the Bills. Josh Allen's my kind of guy. Yeah, the Bills are a fun team to root for. And John, this is just your Bills Brady. That is just your homerism showing, John. You can't honestly believe, John, it's just me right now, buddy. You can't honestly look me in the face, eye to camera, and sit there and tell me that the absolute best football matchup is Bills Bucks. Stop the shenanigans. You and I both know Chiefs Packers are the best 2 teams left and would be the best matchup for a Super Bowl. It'd be 90-89. Whoever had the better offense. Bills Bucks. I'd rather see Brady and Rodgers play. I'd rather see Mahomes and Brady. There's no intriguingness because right now you've got the GOAT versus the future GOAT versus who many think might, is the interim GOAT. You've got the fading GOAT. You've got the fading GOAT in Tom Brady. You've got what maybe some are saying is the MVP and the current GOAT in Aaron Rodgers, and then the future GOAT and Patrick Mahomes. But Josh Allen might be the future GOAT, but come on, now you're splitting hairs. He is fun to watch, though. I'll give you that. He is fun to watch. But if we're being honest here, the Bills are the least liked and least... I won't say they're the worst of the 4 teams left. I think that might be the Bucks, to be honest with you. I think if I had to rank the teams, I'd go Chiefs, Packers, Bills, Bucks, but Bills, Bucks, I could be talked into flip-flopping easily. Yeah, Eric Elman said the Bills are hot right now. The Bills are hot right now. All these teams are hot right now. You don't get this far if you're not playing well. I mean, hell, the Chiefs held on with a backup quarterback on the field. That's how good this offense is. Exactly, Katie. I didn't want to be the one to say it, but you guys like the feel-good story of the Buffalo Bills fans and mafia supporting Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen's grandma's favorite charity and that stuff. That feels good. And I'm with you. I do like it. It does feel good. It doesn't make them the best Super Bowl matchup. That is for sure. So there it is. That's my wish for Super Bowl matchups. Chiefs, Packers, and also, by the way, I'll just go on record now and save you that's what I believe the Super Bowl matchup is going to be. So I think we're going to get a great Super Bowl. I think all 4 teams left are have their own, reasons to be intrigued and see them in the big game. But I think the best game, and I think the best 2 teams left are Chiefs, Packers. John Dabro, one more time. He just said, I just want to say thanks for going live. I love sports talk. Hey, bro, John, thank you for being here, buddy. Thank you for being here. We're going to have fun. We're not going to talk much sports in the second hour. We're going to talk about Valentine's cliche gifts. I'm going to teach you how to maybe get laid and stuff like that. But thanks for being here, dude. I really do appreciate it. I hope you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I hope that if you're not subscribed already, that you do subscribe. And keep coming back, man. We're going to grow this thing, and we're continuing to grow this thing. I do agree, Eric Elman. It is a good list. At least there's no stinker, right? Like there's no wild card. Like the Washington football team didn't sneak into this raggedy ass Final Four, and then you'd be like, "Fuck, man, they're in the Super Bowl? Jesus, what a sham!" So thank God that didn't happen. You got 4 of the best teams in football that made it to the Final Four. So that's good. Travis Lambert said Packers, Bills, Chiefs, Bucks. Ooh. You think the Chiefs are the 3rd best team left? Have you watched any football? Travis. That's bold, my friend. That is bold. Chandler said this Sunday is going to be the best championship Sunday in a while. In a long while. I would agree with that. Travis, if you watched football all year, I don't know how you can say the Chiefs are the 3rd best team left. If you wanted to argue with me that the Chiefs were 2nd and that the Packers were 1st, I'd listen. I would disagree with you, but I'd listen. But to go back and say that the Bills right now are better than the Chiefs, don't get me wrong. I'm not. It sounds like I'm shitting on the Bills. I'm not. If you go back and listen a couple of weeks ago, I praised the Bills and how good they are and how hot they are, and they're a fun team to watch and this, that, and the other. But I'm just telling you of the 4 left. I do agree with you. The Bucs are probably the weakest of the 4. Bills are like 11-1 only because of that Hail Mary. Yes. Let's go back and look at schedules, though. And again, Chiefs barely been escaping. The Chiefs barely escaped in the whole second half. They didn't have Patrick Mahomes. So, all right. That is, that's hour number 1. We'll go to break a little bit early. Now, look, I fucked up. I don't have a break video for you. And that's bad news. The numbers are down right now. 57 people watching. We usually lose 10. It's sad days right now on Barry on Deck. Where are the people? They're gone. When is Dash Talk? Jesus. Tony, you trying to drive the 57 people away that are watching? Shit. All right. So no, we're not doing Guy on a Buffalo, Richard. I don't even know where that is. I don't even think I have that anymore. I would have to go download it again and find it. It's just not. Richard always wants Guy on a Buffalo. That is, I don't know how that became so popular, but we don't have Guy on a Buffalo. It's just regular ass break video. Just the song and I get it. If you want to leave, come back. Maybe. No, horse got me copyright strikes. I'm not doing horse. So we're just going to do a regular ass vanilla equate break for 5 minutes. It won't be 5 minutes. I'm going to go pee and maybe change shirts because it's getting hot in this sweatshirt. I don't know. We'll see. And then we'll be back in 5 minutes or less, or it's free. Don't go anywhere. Go smoke, go pee, go poop, whatever it is you do during the break. And we're back in 5 minutes right here on Barry on Deck. Go grab a friend. Let's get this bad boy back up in the 70s. welcome back to hour number 2 with Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Very much appreciate you doing so. I don't know if you saw this. I'm trying to, hold on, watch this. I'm going to show y'all something here. Oliver has this weird thing that he does where Oliver stayed. I'm surprised. I left the door open for him in case he wanted to leave, but he stayed. I think my cat thinks I'm dirty. I think he thinks I'm filthy because every time I pet him and love on him, as soon as I'm done, he cleans himself. Swear to God, every time. Now, he probably won't do it because I've said it. I know, I miss his stutter too. I don't know why it's not working. There's a problem with Stream Elements. I need to go back to Streamlabs. Matt Poche said that's a cat thing. They pretty much all do that. No, Matt, when I had Sarah and Sebastian, which we had one for 16 years and one for 21, they never did that. Richard said he knows he showered once a week. Let's try it. Let's see if they'll do it. Watch, hold on. Let's see if he'll do it. Hey, Bubba. What you doing, sweet man? Oh, he's so sweet. He's so sweet. Watch. He's going to clean himself right here where I'm petting him. Right. Yes. Oh, he's fascinated with the strings. Oh. Told you! Raggedy bitch. Really, bro? Watch. I'll do it again. Hi, Bubba. Yes. Oh, you're my sweet baby. Yeah. So sweet. Oh, motherfucker. Raggedy bitch. It's the funniest shit ever, you guys. Every time I pet him, he does it, and Nora and I just bust out laughing. It's just every time. Super funny. Brush your teeth, Barry. No, that's the problem, Jibby John. I brush my teeth like 4 or 5 times a day. Like, legitimately, I overbrush my teeth, and I think I've worn off the enamel because of it. No lie. I actually had to look it up. I have worn off enamel on my teeth. And yes, I know some of it was the Diet Cokes, but they said you could brush your teeth too much. And I believe that's it. Matt said, yeah, they like to get the oils from your hands off their fur. I'm telling you, I've never had another cat do that. He's the only one. And he doesn't do it when Nora pets him. That son of a bitch thinks I'm dirty. Hey guys, I want to tell you about Hemp Vita right now. Hemp Vita, if you don't know, they are the goodness. They are the truth. My buddy Connor Hogan is suffering from a neck issue. And I told him, bro, go to hempvitacbd.com and order you some gel and put it on your neck when it comes in. I'm telling you right now, this Hemp Vita gel has been a lifesaver for Nora and me and so many others. Jen sent me a wonderful testimonial about how she was having problems. She didn't want to take aspirin or Tylenol or anything like that because she's already drinking and messing up her liver. She said she used the Hemp Vita gel and it worked amazingly. In 20 minutes, the pain was gone. And this is the case with Nora and me all the time. When Nora's feet hurt, when her ankles hurt, when her wrists hurt, when her shoulder hurts, when my shoulder hurts, if I have muscle pain, we put the Hemp Vita gel on there and within 20 minutes, I don't know how it works. I'm going to be honest with you. I just know the pain is gone. It's amazing. You should try it if you struggle with any of the following, not just the inflammation or the pain relief, but if you have insomnia, anxiety, maybe you suffer from seizures, you just need to relax more. Not only do they have the gel, they have the tinctures, they have the gummies, which so many deckheads swear by. Get on over to hempvitacbd.com. Try out their products. And when you're there, use promo code DECKHEAD15. DECKHEAD15 is going to save you 15% on your order. And it's worth it. I love the fact that this works for the deckheads. I love it so much, and I think you're going to too. And just so we're clear, Hemp Vita's cannabinoids, organically grown in the U.S., no THC in their products. They are 100% dedicated to providing you guys all natural wellness products. And don't forget, they have products for your pets too. So yes, I have CBD oil for Oliver that I got from Hemp Vita that helps him sleep, that calms him down when there's fireworks and thunder. He's scared to death of thunder. So I give him some Hemp Vita CBD oil, the tinctures, calms him down quite a bit. PK said, gummies got me 9 hours of sleep last night. I'm telling you guys, get on the bandwagon. There's all their social media, hempvitacbd.usa on Facebook, Hemp Vita CBD on Instagram and on Pinterest, plus hempvitacbd.com. Do yourself a favor, go to hempvitacbd.com right now. All right. So let's talk about the eight most common sex dreams. The 8 most common sex dreams. And what do they mean? Let's discuss. Brantley signed with the Astros, Christopher Mina is saying. Let me check ESPN. Not seeing it. Christopher Mina says 2 years, 32 mil. Not seeing. Oh, Justice Wimper with the land bomb. I'm not seeing any good sources saying it yet. Let me check the Twitters. Brantley. How did the inauguration go, by the way? Did we, was it smooth? I didn't watch the inauguration. Do we have a new president and everything is kosher? Oh, see, BZH420 said, Mark Berman is reporting. Scoops Berman, huh? Scoops Berman. Berm bomb. Not a thing. That's the wrong Mark Berman. President's final approval rating, 34%. Eesh. Here's Mark Berman. Let's see. MLB source. Astros reached an agreement with Michael Brantley on a 2-year deal worth $32 million. Look at Christopher Mina coming in the chat. Good. Democracy won today. Smooth transition. Inauguration went fine. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear America is still a democratic nation. I'm happy to hear it. Mark Berman has 53.9 thousand followers. Why do I feel like it should be more than that if he's on TV? Plus, he's 108 bajillion years old. He should have more than that. I mean, So, yeah, Mark Berman says Astros agree with Brantley on a 2-year, $32 million deal. Well, that solves one problem. You got your left fielder. You kept your left fielder. You've lost your center fielder and your right fielder. Now, the question becomes, are you going to move Tucker to left and Brantley to right? You probably don't do that. You leave them where they are. Brantley likes to play the field, but he's probably going to DH more often than normal. Still don't have a center fielder. It's probably Miles Straw for now. Let's go look at the Astros current lineup. Let's see what it says here. Teams. Now, they're not going to have the Brantley thing right now, but let's look at their depth chart. Did I just say what I thought it said? Let's share this. And we're going to get to the sex dreams, I promise. So here's your depth chart right now. Left field, Aledmus Diaz. Center field, Miles Straw. Right field, Kyle Tucker. So left field is obviously going to be Michael Brantley. Center field is Miles Straw. Right field is Kyle Tucker. Aledmus Diaz backs up the corners plus plays the infield. So there's that. Jordan is your DH. Aledmus Diaz and Michael Brantley will also DH. Your infield is still intact. Your World Series infield is still there. Yuli, Altuve, Bregman, Correa. We knew that. Pitching staff not looking great. Greinke, McCullers, Framber, Valdez, Christian Javier, Jose Urquidy. Pedro Baez, some people are hyped about that. I'm not sure what to expect from him. Ryan Presley is your closer. That scares me a little bit. Martin Maldonado and Garrett Stubbs are your catchers. Astros need some help in the outfield. There's a lot of questions. And I don't know that you trust Yordan to stay healthy. Jimmy John said Jake Marisnick and Jackie Bradley are free agents. Not so sure about that. Fromber is a wild card. He needs to get his shit together. I mean, this is still a good baseball team, but there are cracks in the wall now. I mean, let's be real. When George Springer's on this team as is, it's a World Series contender with Brantley and Springer. Springer's gone. Brantley's back. If Mark Berman is right, is it still a World Series contender? I mean, it's still a hell of a lineup. It's still a hell of a lineup. But when you replace George Springer with Miles Straw or Jose Altuve at the top of the lineup, and I don't think they hit Altuve one, although I don't think it would be absolutely crazy to do so, becomes a different lineup, man. It's just a whole different. I remember when the move to put George Springer in leadoff was so controversial, and people were like, you can't do that. He don't get on base enough. He don't bunt. He can't. He's not fast. He don't steal a lot of bases. What are you doing? And then he became the most prolific leadoff hitter in baseball for a very long time, especially in the postseason. He makes that offense go. So now they need a new catalyst, and we'll find out who it is. Is this bothering y'all, by the way? I'm starting to be okay with it. It's not bothering me all that much. I don't think it's so intrusive that it messes everything up. Diaz will be injured again. Yeah, so will Yordan. And dare I say, Brantley will probably be banged up. He's getting older. This team as a whole is getting older. Altuve is getting older. Greinke's 109 years old, it feel like. He pitches like it. McCullers, you don't know. There's a lot of ifs. Just like the Rockets team. I mean, at least with the Texans, we know they're going to suck. There's a lot of ifs with the Rockets. There's a lot of ifs with the Astros. All right. That's enough sports. I'm tired of that. Let's talk about sex dreams. Let's get after it. Here is your sex dreams and what they mean. Are you ready? Are you ready? 8 common sex dreams and what they mean. Now, I'm curious how many of you have had these dreams. Like how many of these dreams have you had is what I mean to say. I think I'm going to move this overlay because it seems to get in the way some. I'm going to move it eventually. Sid's all ear. She is all ear. PK, listening. Tony, where's sex with a YouTuber? So you've hit rock bottom if that's a dream you have. The 8 most common sex dreams and what they might mean. Number 1, if you have dreams about sex with an ex, depending on the relationship that's replaying, these dreams can mean many different things. It could be that you're still pining after your ex, but it could also be an indication that you're trying to move past the relationship but haven't fully processed it. It could even mean that there's something about your ex you want to embody in your own life, even if you don't want to be with them anymore. Quote, the dreamer may be wanting to grow from the past or let go of something, or the opposite, integrate part of the ex's masculine, feminine energy. It's all over the goddamn place. Wow, PK, 7 out of 8 of these. Interesting. So that is sex with the ex. That's number 1. That's what it means. You're most likely you either miss them or you want to bring some of their energy into your life. Number 2, sex with your boss, which I don't have a boss, so that would be weird. And if I did, it would have been AJ, and that would actually be on down the line. Sex with your boss. Did you have dreams that's making it hard to look your boss in the eye? Well, sex dreams about your boss are often about the need for acceptance. Yeah. If you're dreaming about having sex with your boss, they're an authority figure, and as such, they can determine how we advance. Dreams like this signify a need for approval and a desire to get ahead. So if you're dreaming about sex with your boss, you're really just looking for acceptance and advancement. How many of you have a dream about sex with your boss? So I'm curious because I've seen 2 7 out of 8s. I don't want to get personal and ask you which one you didn't have, but I'm going to assume sex with your boss. A lot of you have had a dream of that. Sex with a stranger. If you dream of having sex with a partner you don't know, it says that you may be searching for something internally that you've yet to fully realize. Maybe you want to be stronger or smarter or more attractive than you feel that you currently are. This is why you might dream about hooking up with a stranger that represents the traits you desire. Oh, look at y'all. None of y'all have. So that's the one, huh? So that's the one, the no boss dream. That's interesting. That is deep, right, Justin? All right. Sex with a platonic friend. That would be weird to me. Yes, I'm sorry. Sex with the opposite sex should be same sex. I can change it if you'd like. Fine. Oh no, it's too late. I don't have it. I was going to open up Photoshop and make a new one for you. Let me just quit that before it crashes the goddamn stream. Here, we've got picky people. Let's do this. Let's do this. Add. Better? Better? Huh? Who's fancy? All right, sex with a platonic friend. Sex and dreams can be all about a need for connection. We may need to be heard or understood by our friends. There may also be a desire to get to know them on a deeper level. So why are you banging it out with them? That's weird. So maybe hang out with your friend a bit more and consider whether or not you feel as close to them as you want. If not, these conversation starters can help get to know each other on a deeper level, and then they have a link to different conversation starters. Let's follow the link and see what it says. How to start a conversation. 200 interesting questions to get to know anyone on a deeper level. Holy shit. They really do have 200 questions here. Oh my God. How do you like to pass the time? Video games. What are some of your hobbies? Video games. What genre of books do you like to read? Video game. What are some of your favorite books? Video games. What are some of your favorite TV shows? About video games. What are some of your favorite movies? Ready Player One. What's the best vacation you've ever taken? Philadelphia. I don't know. Yeah, they do. They have 200 fucking... I'm not going to sit there and ask somebody, all right, sit down while I ask you 200 questions because I'm fucking freaking out about our friendship. It says, Bowman does not exclude the possibility of what we're all worried about, whether or not we actually want to sleep with that friend. How many of you have had a dream about having sex with a friend and then you wouldn't look at that friend the same? You're like, ugh, I've seen you naked in my dreams now. And then you realize, damn it, I think I want to have sex with my friend. That would be kind of weird. That would be a little creepy. I have a feeling that this would occur more for dudes than chicks, though. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Wow. Christopher Jones said, did I miss anything interesting? Yeah, the whole show was so interesting. That's why no one stuck around for it. Jen said it didn't bother me. Okay, well, good for you. Way to be an adult, Jen. Show off. Chandler in here just spraying. Dreams have zero meaning. The earth is flat. Way to come in here and ruin our boner, Chandler. Sydney said, it doesn't make it weird if you don't act upon it. Yeah, but these still are like, for that first, it's like when you have the dream about your spouse cheating on you, and then you're like, you wake up and you're mad for a split second. Yeah, we talked Astros, Eric. Yeah, bro, we hit like a whole hour of Astros talk. We just went through the lineup again with the depth chart now that they signed Michael Brantley. You missed it, buddy. Chandler said, next episode, Barry, can you go over my horoscope? No. But Chandler, you've never had a dream and you woke up mad at your spouse because you dreamed that they cheated on you? Like, I've done that. I think everybody's done that. I think that's a normal thing. Chandler's over here just ruining, God damn it, Chandler. Hey, dreams aren't real and neither is God. Everyone sit down and shut the fuck up and be boring. Chill out, Chandler. We're just having an interesting conversation. You don't have to believe it for it to be interesting. Oh, where was I? After Chandler's over here pissing on our fucking fun. Oh yeah, that was a platonic friend. Cheating either by you or your partner. All right, this is a big one. I bet most of us have woken up from a dream about a partner cheating and been a little cranky. And we were just talking about this. Cheating dreams can signal, here you go. Cheating dreams can signal there's some form of dissatisfaction in your relationship, either with yourself, the physical or emotional part of your relationship, or other factors. That doesn't mean your relationship is doomed, only that you might have to work through something. Quote, during the course of our lives, we may feel attraction to people outside our current relationship, but it doesn't always mean we have to act on it. Sometimes we just need to acknowledge the feeling, choose the relationship we're in, and move forward with life. There you go. So that's cheating. That is cheating. Now this one is a bit weird. I will admit I've never had this dream. The BDSM. Did your brain unravel a dungeon fantasy you didn't know you had? That's totally okay. Dream content does not mean it's something you would actually want to do in real life. Reminder, the sex in a dream is often not the point. It's your relationship to the person you're having sex with. If you're having a dream where you're the dominant partner, maybe there's something you admire about submission that you have yet to dive into. On the flip side, if you're having a dream where you're the submissive partner, maybe you're craving that kind of control and assertion in your life. Never had either of those. It's interesting. Sex with someone that doesn't represent your sexuality is what they said. I had to shorten it because the goddamn slide's only so big. Sex with the same sex is what I called it. Are you straight? But you have dreams about gay sex? That's what the article says, folks. I'm quoting it. Or vice versa. It doesn't mean you need to dive into an existential crisis about your sexuality. There are lots of reasons you may have dreams that don't fit your idea of your sexuality. You could be unpacking gender roles in your subconscious. Discovering insecurities about your masculinity, Tony. I don't know why I said that out loud. Or discovering that you just really want to be close to your friend. I mean, that's close. Being in your friend is about as close as you can be. If you're inside your friend, it's not going to get any closer than that. If you're having sex with someone of the same sex, you may be simply reflecting yourself in that dream. Wow, that's deep. Just like having sex with a stranger, you may be having sex with a version of yourself that you aspire to be, and that is why the act does not necessarily represent your sexuality. Sex, this is a quote, sex dreams reflect energy, drive, passions, deeper desires, and sensuality, which could be missing in waking life. Interesting. Look, BR Smurf, so typical male, typical, that's no, Barry, unless it's directed to the ladies, and then we should talk about it. Listen, it's okay, BR Smurf, that you had a dream about banging a dude. It's okay. No one's judging you. It just means you're trying to get to know you better. That's what we've established. There's no shame in that. All right, now this next one, I'm going to give you a trigger warning. Some of you, and I'm being serious. I'm not fucking around. I'm not joking right now. I'm being serious. This is a trigger warning. We're going to discuss sexual assault. If you need to change and come back in 5 minutes, but I'm going to read this. I think this is important to talk about because I think there is an important message here. I would ask that you guys take this serious and not joke around about this particular one. The rest of it we can have fun with. This is a little bit more serious, so just give me 2 minutes to not fuck around. But this is on the list, and I did want to read it, and I did want to make sure that the trigger warning existed. So we are going to discuss sexual assault. Tony, I really just want to say before I do this, I'm going to ask that you not act childish for this. Okay? So dreams that may be disturbing. Researchers have shown that survivors of sexual assault may have recurring nightmares after instances of trauma. If that is the case, the best way forward is to get support through therapy and loved ones. And I would encourage you all, reach out. If you are having those dreams and you are the victim or survivor of sexual assault, get support. And there are tons of ways. And if you need help, I'm happy to help you. Hit me up privately. And it will be and stay between us. I said, however, if you're not a survivor of sexual assault and you are having dreams in which you are assaulted, dream experts would say that that can signal a sense of losing control in your waking life. So, 2 paths to go down here. If you're having dreams that may be disturbing and you are a survivor, maybe you're just not processing and dealing with it in a manner that your subconscious would like to see you handle it. Maybe you need to seek help. Maybe you need to talk to somebody. Maybe it's your self's way of saying we've got to deal with this. And on the flip side, what they're saying is if you are not a survivor or have not been a victim of sexual assault, but you are dreaming about it, then maybe there are aspects of your life where you feel like you're out of control, where you feel like you're losing control. And that is completely different. So, those were the 8. You're welcome to come back. Well, if you're back, we're done. We're done talking about the 8, so that one is done. I'm surprised that so many of you had so many of these, because I'll be honest with you, if I had to go through and tell you, and I'm being honest about which ones I've had a dream about sex with an ex. I've had a dream about sex with a stranger. I've had a dream about cheating, and that's it. 3 of the 8. What a boring piece of shit I am. That's it. 3 of the 8. It's crazy. All right. Onward we go. But thanks for sharing how many. Oh, look. Same, bitch. Same. Thanks for sharing your, how many you had. Tony had 4 out of 8. That ain't bad. It's not bad. Okay. I had this on the, damn, Jesus, only 2 out of 8. Bro, you got to step up your digital dream sex game. It would be weird if it was like the off the wall, like, Jesus is like, I'm pretty conservative. I've only had 2 of the 8 dreams. A lot of people had a lot of them. I only had 2. It was BDSM and same sex. But you got to step your digital sex game up. Jesus, D-Mata only had 1? Damn, D-Mata. You got to live a little in your dreams. What a boring dreaming existence you live. I know. Oh, well, look who graced us with her presence. Lamb Bomb. You guys, Jen is in the building. What up, Jen? Jennifer is here, and it's good to see you, sweetie. Thanks for stopping by. Long time no talk. Yes, Brantley stays in Houston. Thank God. Yeah, I kind of feel like they're lying, too. They just don't want to admit it, Eric. I do. You've missed a hell of a month or two, Jen? I know it's been a while, but I love you. Thank you for coming back. And you missed all the talk about Brantley and about Springer and all that. But I love you, sweetie, and thanks for stopping by. It's very much appreciated. All right, let's get to the next topic on the list, which is the most stressed out state in 2020. There was a survey that they did about what state do you think was the most stressed? And I would tell you every state would probably say, well, it would have to be us. Now, it's obviously going to be a state you would think that was ravaged with COVID, like New York or California or, a state like that. St. Louis isn't a state, Dimbato. But Missouri is reportedly the most stressed out state in 2020, according to a survey. One poll surveyed 12,500 Americans, and residents of the Show Me State were most worried about their finances, the coronavirus pandemic, U.S. politics, and current events in 2020. Missourians spent a whopping 3 hours and 18 minutes every day worrying about stressful situations in their lives, according to the survey. Which really, I'm not bringing this up because, oh my gosh, let's all send money to Missouri. What I bring this up for is, how much time do you think you spent in your life during this pandemic worrying about shit? Oh, Oliver, I thought he left. He's still there. Picture taken in Illinois of Missouri. How much time did you or do you spend, because we're still in a pandemic, how much time do you spend worrying about what's going on? I'll tell you this, and this isn't me trying to get political, but boy, the whole politics and transition of power really ratcheted up my nervousness. I'm not going to lie. At one point, I thought, if I have to go down and fight, I'll do it. But God damn it, what country do we live in? I mean, that was a thought I had. I thought, that's fucking ridiculous. That's never going to happen. Wouldn't it? These are thoughts that I have that don't seem rational as an American to think, but you have them. I'm honest to God, I probably spend 2 hours a day. And they said Missouri was 3 hours and 18 minutes. Next on the list, by the way, Mississippi, 3 hours and 12 minutes a day. But I'm not kidding you when I say I spend a good, not like I don't sit down and be like, all right, from 8 to 10, I'm going to worry myself sick. But I'm saying while I'm show prepping, I'm worried about, is anyone going to show up and watch the show? Am I going to have to go get a real job? Is this thing going to ever happen? Is BiffNet going to be a thing? Will this be a success? Am I going to fail in front of the entire world on YouTube and be a flop and everybody makes fun of me? That's the stress in my life. Plus, am I ever going to be able to do stand-up again? Am I going to be an out-of-work stand-up comic forever? Is that dream dead? And when I do go do it, am I going to get COVID from it? When I was doing gigs while COVID was going on, I was worried every time. Am I going to bring this home to Nora? What if I get COVID and it doesn't really affect me that bad? But I don't know when I have it and I give it to my wife and she has asthma and she dies from it. I just killed my wife. So this is a legitimate thoughts and worries that I have and had. And I actually, believe it or not, made Nora a promise that I would not take any more, because I get hit up for gigs all the time. I get hit up to, hey, come do this show, be on this show, do this. And I've turned them all down because we're so close to getting a vaccine. In fact, I'm happy to report that a week ago tomorrow, Nora got her first vaccine shot of the 2. So we have to wait the 6 weeks to get the second one. But I'll be honest with you. I don't care about me. If I get it, if I die, it's whatever. But I worry to death about Nora getting it, the job that she has, the risks that she takes, just being out in public, being high risk. But the fact that she is on her way to getting the vaccine, my stress level, the amount of stress I'm going to have would go from 100% to probably 25, 30%. The rest of it will just be, am I going to be a complete failure the rest of my life? And then that's just normal emo bullshit. But I am extremely excited that Nora has her first of 2 shots to get vaccinated. And I told her, look, originally I said, I'm not going to take any gigs until we're both vaccinated. And then I thought, you know what? As long as she's vaccinated, if I get it and die, who gives a fuck? I gotta go. Daddy's gotta go make money. But I couldn't live with myself, no pun intended, if I would have gone out, done a gig, gotten coronavirus, given it to Nora, and then something terrible happened to her. I could not. And this is what I stressed out. And I think a lot of people have their own version of that. So I'm curious. How much time do you guys spend worrying about this? Because according to this survey, a lot of people on average are spending about 3 hours a day freaking out about pandemic and finances and jobs and the government and a path forward, their kids, the stock market, the economy, all of these things. How much time do you spend? And then I think I want you to ask yourself a question. Is it worth it? Because look, the one thing that I do, Jen said, yeah, probably 2 to 3 hours a day. And here's what I have to remind myself. I can't change most of it. I mean, what I can do is limit the risks that I have in exposing Nora and subsequently myself to the virus. I know that I always have fallbacks when it comes to a job if this stuff doesn't work out. But I also know that worrying about some of this stuff isn't going to change it. And I want to encourage you guys to remind yourself of that, Jen and others. Christopher Mina said, half my day is that. Clinical depression is a bitch. And it is. And this is the worst time. These are the worst of times to be clinically depressed, even if you have meds. It's difficult to deal with. But I think there's the one thing that I remind myself, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not any of that. But I remind myself I cannot control most of this. Worrying about it isn't going to change it. The few things that I can do, that I can affect, is I can not go out and do comedy gigs and bring home and risk getting the coronavirus. And when I do have to go out, I can wear my mask, I can wash my hands, I can be diligent about my own safety, even if I can't control what other people do in public. And then I can limit that exposure at the same time. But outside of that, the government and the economy, and what can we do that changes that? Nothing. So I'm not going to tell you guys not to worry. We're all going to worry. We're all going to stress the fuck out. It's what we do as adults. And if ever there was a time in our lives to freak the fuck out, it's now. Oliver, you should be freaking the fuck out, man. Wake up and freak out. He is sound asleep. This raggedy bitch is sound asleep. Look, I'm screaming at him. Oliver, wake up. That dude is he dead? I need to go check his pulse. He is so used to being my cat. I swear to God, it's hilarious. Most animals would be like, let me the fuck out of this room. Not Oliver. He was like, yep, that's old loud ass dad. By the way, I think I told y'all this once. I'll share with you again. I told Nora one time, I'm so off frame, by the way. This is driving me fucking crazy. Hold on. Uncentered ass bullshit. I'll just scoot over. I asked Nora, what's the one thing you would change about me? And she goes, this is that you yell too much. Jimmy John Barry, there's always going to be something to worry about. If it's not the pandemic, it's something personal to you. It's how we deal with it. You can get sick going grocery shopping, mask up. Totally agree. Katie said depression and anxiety plus isolation is a perfect storm, and so many people are feeling it hard these last few months. Totally agree. Tony said we're all going to worry about something. Eric, my daughter went to school today to take a test, and she came back with a paper saying someone in school tested positive, and I'm freaking the fuck out right now. It sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Eric. And there's nothing you can do about it at that point. Like we can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You can't unring the bell. If you pray, you pray. If you hope, you hope. If you cross your fingers, you do that. It sucks, man. And I saw Marcia say she worries about her parents. I worry the most about my parents. I mean, my mom had COVID, and I preached to her about safety, and Jenny, his mom, don't give a shit. She's like, I'm unbeatable. But it is worrisome. It's why I haven't seen my parents in so long. My dad, my stepmom, my mom, my stepdad. I'm worried that I have it and wouldn't know and go see them. It scares the shit out of me. And a lot of you are your kids and your parents, and I get it. D-Mata, seriously, the only thing that I worry about is waking up one day and finding that Dylan, my oldest disabled boy, has passed away in his sleep, like many of his classmates in his condition have done. It's a real thing. And I mean, my hat's off to you, D-Mata, for figuring out, if you have, for figuring out how to cope with that. I don't think you ever solve that. You don't resolve that, but you learn how to cope with it and deal with it. And at least I hope you have. And if you haven't, I hope that you seek that kind of help. And there are people that can provide it to you. They can teach you and your family how to cope and deal with it. So, but I guess let's just all thank God that we don't live in Missouri or Mississippi. I mean, just that alone. Amos said, I think something wrong with me. I really don't worry about anything. Yeah, there's definitely, you're a fucked up individual, Amos. If you have no fears, no worries at all, Amos, you smoke too much weed is what it is, bro. P. Jones said, literally the reason I haven't been home to see my parents and grandparents. See, Amos is dead inside, you guys. Y'all, we don't need to worry about Amos because he died a long time ago. He's just here. Walt said, I worry about giving it to my elderly grandmother. I haven't been to New Orleans in over a year because of this stuff. It sucks, man. And we all wanna go and hug these people in our lives, and we can't. Chandler said, I stress, but I'm kind of with Amos. But you stress. Amos is saying 0. I don't worry about shit. First of all, I don't believe you, Amos. I think you're just too macho to admit it. Amos said, I don't live in fear of anything except running out of weed, which keeps you dead inside. All right, the top 5 stressors that occupy men's minds. Lack of savings is number 1. The state of the country is number 2. The presidential election was 3. Living paycheck to paycheck was 4. And worrying about coronavirus was 5. Those are the top things that we worry about in our lives. Stress is a bitch. So let's talk about something more fun. Let's pep this bitch up a little bit, shall we? Huh? Let's talk about this lady, this woman of the night. Well, no, that means she was a whore. She's not a whore. She's a porn star. This woman you see on your screen, Lana Wells, works, or I should say, I misspoke, worked at Taco Bell. And then they found out, oh, Lana here is a porn star. And so they fired her. Oh, what? Indeed they did. And now she's raising money on a GoFundMe. because Taco Bell wrongfully fired her. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Let's take a gander at the old GoFundMe. I'm curious. I have not looked at this yet. Walton, she ain't no star. I've never seen her. Justin said, you're using the word star very loosely. It's not, listen, what do you call her? I guess she would, they're like, oh, she's an A-list celebrity. She would be a D-list celebrity. Ha! Yes! Lamb bomb! All right. So let's go now I swear to you guys on everything in my life that's holy, which is really not much, but I have not looked at the GoFundMe yet. But I think we should take a gander at it. So let's hop on over to the Twitters, and then we're going to click the link that takes us to the GoFundMe. Which we're going to get into the whole, why is a porn star working at Taco Bell? How bad do you have to be at porn that you had to supplement your income? PK said she's a fledgling porn fuckface. No doubt. How bad do you have to be at porn that you got to supplement your porn income with Taco Bell? I mean, for fuck's sake, just go be a waitress somewhere. Here we go, guys. Here it is. The wrongfully fired by Taco Bell GoFundMe for porn star Lana Wells. My name is Lana Wells. You may know me from an adult entertainment site or just as a friend or my social media presence. I'm a content creator and a cam performer. Is that what we're calling it? So we're not saying cam whore anymore. Got it. I am a cam performer. Well, guess what, Lana? So am I. I'm more of a cam whore. I do it for the super chats. I mean, I'm not pulling my dick out for the super chats, but I'll yell at my cat. I'm showing everybody my puss. Well, all right, that went too far. I took a job this is back to the thing here. I took a job at my local Taco Bell to make ends meet. Oh, I didn't know they used meat. Ha! Yeah, baby! So many jokes. I took a job at Taco Bell to make ends meet during this pandemic and have to have something to replace the shoots that were canceled due to COVID-19. Okay, so that explains why a porn star is at Taco Bell. The pandemic. I'll buy that for $1. It says, during my interview, I was very upfront about the work that I did and had been doing since 2017. I was very thorough about doing adult work on the internet and about why I was needing the job. A little over a week later, a disgruntled employee filed a complaint with my manager. She used religion and... there's the worst. Always fucking up porn stars' lives. She used religion and Christianity to push adult work like I was Satan in a drive-through window. Where I live at in Arkansas, we are still considered the Bible Belt, and this type of work is frowned upon. After a week to a week and a half of being employed, I received a phone call 30 minutes before clock-in time that I was let go. After asking why, it was explained that they thought having me work for them would be bad for business and let me know that there was a complaint made. Excuse me? How is having a porn star on staff porn? Yes! How is having a porn star on staff bad for business? I feel like if I could go down to the local Taco Bell and be like, I just watched your videos. Now let me eat that taco. Like, that would be good for business. She said, I asked to speak to someone higher up, like corporate, and was told that nothing could be done. I live in a state where you can get terminated for anything and it still be legal. They don't even have to tell you why you're let go. Yeah, it's called a right to work state. The only thing that they can't discriminate against is disability, sex, race, sex. That would be my argument. You're not allowed to you're not allowed to discriminate against me because of my sex. My sex is porn. Religion, pregnancy, or if a female has had an abortion. That's very specific. Very specific. So therefore, what she should have done is be like, well, I had an abortion. This is definitely why they're doing it. Let's see. So therefore, I can't do anything about it. I was working 9 to 9.5 hour shifts, 9 to 9.5 hour shifts without break. Oh, so she worked a 9.5 hour shift without a break. Would come in when they needed me. So many jokes. Would volunteer for extra hours. Never had any complaints. After a few days there, I was given the inventory list and was responsible for the truck. Oh, somebody's moving up. I'm not looking for pity. I mean, aren't you though? To make a name out of this, I'm wanting you to hear my story and help stop the discrimination against adult entertainers. The GoFundMe will help replace what I've lost and will help pay bills, food, and go towards trying to get the Arkansas state laws changed to protect everyone from here that's in our industry. How many people are in the porn industry from Arkansas? Is that a thing? If one more person drops into this show at 3:50 and asks, did we cover the Astros? If one more person, fuck yes, we covered the Astros. Richard Vale says, thank you for the super chat, Richard. He said, keep Barry from working at Taco Bell Fund. So great. Walt said, and y'all wonder why House loves Taco Bell. Oh, Lord! Walt! Killing it. You're a dick for that, Walt. So this lady has raised... All right, shut the fuck up. This lady has raised $1,750 of her $2,000 goal. Oh, now look. If you just lost your job, why are you only asking for $2,000? And also, how many porn stars are from Arkansas? Because she said in there, I want to make sure this never happens to anyone in our industry in this state. Now, she's just talking about, I'm sure there's cam whores and stuff like that. Which in Arkansas, by the way, Bluetooth, nothing to do with electronics. I'm killing the game. BR Smurf said 30 people on OnlyFans. Not enough thirsty fans at Taco Bell. Oh, I thought that said 30. Thirsty people pay on OnlyFans. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that or not, to be honest with you. I mean, let's be real. There are some people that are really into porn and love porn stars, and that's who they choose to support. CC. Y'all, CC got a hillbilly mouth. I'm sorry, CC. Those were your words. Ask JR. Huh? Oh, Ask Junior. Yeah, my brother-in-law lives in Arkansas. I should ask him. How many porn stars are in that state? I can't imagine there's a lot. I can't imagine there's a lot. She said, excuse me, I have a hillbilly moonshiner mouth. You guys got to be on the Discord to get all these inside jokes. They're outstanding. D-Bot said, doctor, lawyer, preschool teacher, homemaker, the people who worked at Taco Bell, everybody did. Okay. I want to see... What I don't understand is why she doesn't have an OnlyFans. I mean, if you were in porn and it said she was up for an AVN award, which is like the Oscars for porn people, if you were up for an award, I feel like you'd kind of have a porn following. Wouldn't that be the right thing to do to start an OnlyFans? I wonder if she has one. Let's see. Let's just search Lana Wells, which I really should look her up on Pornhub. But I don't want to fire off a bunch of nudity and shit. This back to back with Walt and Sydney is great because they're a couple, you guys. If you don't know, Walt said some people have to watch OnlyFans because the new season on Pornhub isn't out yet. And Sid's like, this is so great. Lana Wells OnlyFans. Let's see if one pops up. All my links, the Daily Beast. Apparently, she's like, I will not sully my good name on OnlyFans. Instagram, she's got one. Twitter, AVN Awards, Lana Wells, porn videos on Pornhub. Well, here goes nothing, guys. If the sound pops up, I apologize. But I'm going incognito mode on the poll. Well, I see why she's working at Taco Bell. All right, let's go to the OnlyFans. I wonder if I'll be able to. Can't. Oh, there's no OnlyFans. This page is not available. Well, Lana, I wish you luck in your endeavors. But if you're no longer doing porn, you made the right call. All right, let's get out of here, shall we? All right, that is the show for the day. Tony said, what'd she look like? She looked like a beefy 5-layer burrito. Going to hell! You guys, do what Aaron J. Bryan said. We were small but mighty today, and I love you guys for being here. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you so much for showing up every single day. Love you guys. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. I love you guys for being here. I will see you all tomorrow. Are y'all looking? Everybody went to look. Oh, I'm telling you now. Don't go look at her porn channel on Pornhub. Not good. All right, until tomorrow, you guys, be safe. Be kind. Even to out-of-work porn stars that work at Taco Bell. And most importantly, though, and I mean this every single day, love each other. See y'all tomorrow. Oliver! Daddy's making a YouTube video!